Hey, good afternoon, y'all. This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope you all are doing good today. Hope you're having a blessed day. We're almost at the end of the week. It's fast upon us. So hope you all been having a good week, and we have one more day before the weekend. So with God's grace, we can get through this. I'm gonna get into the topic for this video. Brittney Griner, about 4 hours ago, I believe it was sentenced to 9 years in a Russian prison. Miss Griner was convicted of transporting drugs, I guess, over there in Russia. She was carrying cannabis cartridges through Moscow airport back on February 17th, which was almost 6 months ago. And she's been in a Russian jail. And so today her trial came to an end and she was sentenced to 9 years. Her attorney said that they feel that the court ignored the evidence and that they're going to appeal the decision. And of course they would. I don't blame them. Um, how I feel about this is just my opinion. She broke Russian law. I mean, I think it's insane that they sentenced her to 9 years. And I think it was even more, the insanity was even more, was made even worse by this whole thing of swapping a Russian arms dealer for her. I mean, this guy is a how can you call the two the same? I mean, one's an arms dealer using weapons to kill people. This young lady is a basketball player who was caught was at the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong thing over there. Over there. I just think I think it's just she's not a victim, but she's a victim of politics. She's not a victim because she committed a crime, even though I think it's stupid and I think it's silly that you would sentence someone to jail to prison for cannabis. I think it's crazy. I just don't a nonviolent drug charge. I think it's insane. I mean, fine her, whatever, do whatever. But to sentence this young lady to 9 years, I think is crazy. But then again, she did break Russian law. So we have to keep it a buck there. She broke Russian law. She did. Um, but I think she's the victim of and a pawn. And I said this before. I think she's a pawn of this whole thing with Putin and Biden and Putin, telling the US, you know what, I got one of your athletes in my prison. I'm gonna keep her over here for 9 years, and what can you do about it? And he's pretty much thumbing his nose and giving the United States the middle finger. So I think she's caught up in that. It's like a political football, and she's the football. She's caught in the middle. It's almost like political monkey in the middle. I mean, not calling her that, but when we were kids, we played this game called Monkey in the Middle. And hate to say it, but Griner is the monkey, and she's caught up in the middle of this BS, political BS, because this should not have gone this far. This should not have gone this far, and it makes me think had if Brittney Griner was a white woman, would this have gone this far? I know people say, you play the race card. You got to play that mug. You got to play that bad boy because everything is about race. We didn't make it about race. White people made it about race. Everything is about race. It all goes back to race. What this had went down if she was a white WNBA player? Begs to ask, the question begs to be asked. I mean, would it have gone down this way? I think we all know the answer to that question. Another question that should be asked, a bigger question, a bigger question, where are the LGBTQ community on this? Why aren't they championing her cause? I haven't seen anything about it. Yeah, I've seen, you know, the coach of the Phoenix Mercury, her teammates, and the players in the WNBA wear T-shirts say we support BG, but what are they doing? Why aren't they putting pressure on the Biden administration? They put pressure on the Biden administration to pass legislation to pass, tangibles for them. They put it on the Obama administration to pass the Equality Act, so they to make their marriages legal. Why aren't they pushing it for this young lady? I haven't seen it. Maybe I'm missing something. What about the Me Too movement? Gloria Allred and her banner of her gang of terrorists. Where are they at on this? Oh, it don't fit their agenda. Hmm, don't fit their agenda. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention to these people. This is why I keep telling Black people we do not have any allies. They use us when they want something from us or to push their agenda. But when it comes to our greater good, to fighting for us, they're in the background. They ignore us. This is a political year. The midterms are 3 months from today. The midterm elections are 3 months from today. November 4th, November 5th, around that time. 3 months. Pay attention now. 90 days be the midterm elections. I don't think personally that Brittney Griner is going to do 9 years and over there in Russia. I think at the last minute, last ditch second, that Jim Crow Joe is going to come and bargain a release. Negotiate something. The State Department, because this is a political year and they want Black votes. They want the Black vote. They need the Black vote to maintain the House. The Democrats need it. They need it. They need it to sustain the House. If they don't, they're going to lose that bad boy. And they're going to pull out all the bells and whistles. You see, now that the four officers who were in the Breonna Taylor execution, they were arrested today and charged. Happened today. Pay attention now. Pay attention. The governor of Kentucky is a Democrat. And I believe that Louisville is a democratically run city, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that it is the largest city in Kentucky. They need these votes. They need these votes. And they will do anything for Black people. Well, just about anything. Reparations, they don't want to have a conversation on. Nope, not reparations. Nope, nope. We'll do a study. Y'all been doing that since 1984. And where have that gotten us? Pay attention. They don't want to talk about reparations. They don't want to talk about tangibles for Black people. A Black economic plan. Building Black businesses, giving money to Black businesses, to the Black community to rebuild itself. They don't want to talk about that. To do a Marshall Plan for the Black community, kind of like they did with Europe after World War II, and the Point Four program they did for Japan after World War II. Those nations rebuilt them. They were able to rebuild themselves on U.S. dollars. The U.S. gave them money to rebuild their countries, but they don't want to do that for the Black communities. They don't want to talk about reparations, but we'll talk about a couple of cops that killed the young Black lady. We'll send them to jail. We'll give them a bone. Just a little. We just give them a bone. we just dangle and say, okay, look, black people, we did something for y'all. We did something for y'all. We didn't do much, but it's something. So let's take it and go somewhere. Now wait 4 more years. Pay attention to what they're doing, y'all. These people are sinister. They are so damn sinister. But yet we keep falling for it, hook, line, and sinker. We keep falling for it. We keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe trick. Why? Malcolm told us about this 60 years ago. Malcolm told us the conservatives are racist, the liberals are racist. It's the liberal racists who you got to look out for because they come as your friend, but I'm paraphrasing, but they're your worst because they're your enemy, but they come with friendly faces and they use black people. The NAACP, the Congressional Black Caucus, the National Urban League. They use black faces. They put them on TV, prop them up to make you think that they're your ally. When what's really going on, the black people that you see on TV and in these organizations are just regurgitating their white supremacist masses talking points. They're just as bad as them, if not worse. They're white supremacists in blackface. Your Joy Reids, your Angela Rise, your Jamil Hills, your Mark Lamont Hills, Roland Martin, Van Jones, Corinne Jean-Pierre, Kamala Harris, former President Barack Obama. That's all they are, y'all. They mean us no good. We got to wake up. We got to wake up, y'all. And it pains me to say this, Joe Madison. And my father used to listen to Joe Madison back in the 1980s because Joe Madison was on WXY, what was it? WXYZ radio back in Detroit in the 1980s. Look it up. Back in 84, 85, 86, 87, he was doing radio and talk radio in Detroit. Back in the 1980s, Joe Madison. He called himself the Black Eagle. Another liberal, black liberal, pretty much in blackface, white supremacists in blackface. A lot of these people are. They push us getting the jab. They don't say nothing about the black community, nothing about reparations, but they'll push the jab though, all day, every day. They push these talking points from these white liberals, they white masses. They're just as racist as the conservatives. Republicans are bad, Democrats are bad. Republicans are racist, Democrats are racist. Both parties are just trash. They're garbage. They're worthless. You know, Candace Owens, another white supremacist in blackface. Larry Elder, another one. They, come up here talking about, black people, y'all need to get off the Democratic plantation. Y'all need to get off the Democratic plantation. Why? So we could get off the Democratic plantation and run to the Republican plantation? I don't want to be on no plantation. I want to be on my own, built my own. We should do for ourselves, have our own land, have our own. Damn the Democrats, damn the Republicans. And I know some of y'all say because you go after Joe Biden a lot, but you don't say nothing about Trump. You don't say nothing about the Republicans. Or you must be a Republican because you're always going. See, that's just the idiotic talk. That's idiocy, and I don't have any time for it. It's like that annoying gnat. You got a picnic and that fly that keep buzzing around and you swatting it. That's what that is. You're Republican. You're Republican. You're Republican. No, I'm not. You're a Trump supporter. You're a Trump supporter. You don't say nothing about the Democrats. You don't say nothing about the no, you don't say nothing about the Republicans. You don't say nothing about the Republicans. Just because I call it the Democrats, because they're in power, you dumbasses. Some of you mofos are some dumbasses. Excuse me for cussing on here, but y'all are. Y'all some dumbasses. The Democrats are in power. Y'all called out Trump when the Republicans had the White House. Why? Why did y'all do that? Because they were in power. You dumb mofos. I'm getting off topic, but I kind of do that, so I got to reel myself back in. But y'all get what I'm saying. Brittney Griner should not have got 9 years in a Russian jail. I think it's insane, and I just think that it's Putin showing his power, and he influenced the court. I don't care what no one says. Call me a conspiracy theorist. Um, Call me that, a conspiracy theorist. I think Putin put pressure on the court to send a message. I firmly believe that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again. It happens. I'm human. But I firmly believe in my heart that he put pressure on the Russian jail, on a Russian court to send a message to the United States, in particular, to Joe Biden, to say, you know what? I got one of your athletes in my jail for 9 years. Ain't nothing you could do about it. Not a damn thing you could do about it. Because I'm Vladimir Putin. She was in my country. She broke my laws. Nah. Mm. And he gave the United States not one but two middle fingers and told them to F you. That's all it is. That's all this is. It's a political F you by yours truly, Vladimir Putin, to the United States government. And he influenced the court. He told him, "You better sentence her. I don't care what evidence her legal team provide. Y'all better sentence her because we want to send a message." Now, pay attention to this. While Brittney Griner was arrested in February, what happened a week later? Exactly a week later, on February 24th, Russia invaded Ukraine, even though it had already been in the works that Russia was going to invade Ukraine, because at the beginning of this year they were talking about it. They were talking about, Russia, if Zelensky doesn't give in to Russian demands, and there's going to be a Russian invasion. So we already knew it was going to happen because, like I said, they were talking about it at the beginning of the year. And what happened on February 24th? Russia invaded Ukraine. That was the official day that they invaded. A week after Brittney Griner's detainment or arrest at that airport, at the Moscow airport. And the U.S. spoke out against it. Actually, they were speaking out against it a month prior to that, when it was known that Russia was going to invade Ukraine. You know, the Biden administration were coming out speaking out against it. This is, this is wrong. Yada yada yada. And you don't think Putin's paying attention to that? And Brittney Griner was leaving Moscow. She had cannabis cartridges, and she's detained. Now she's in a Russian jail. They gave her 9 years. All of this coincides. This is nothing but an international ploy. This is international political football. Where is the Me Too movement? Where is the LGBTQ plus community on this? She's one of y'all people. She's supposed to be. Why aren't y'all supporting her spouse? Why aren't y'all putting pressure on the Biden administration to put pressure on the State Department? Where is this? Or LGBTQ community, why don't y'all put pressure on the State Department? The Me Too movement, put pressure on the State Department. Because it shouldn't have gone this far. It should not have gone this far. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit that like and subscribe button so you know when you get notifications of when I do videos on here. Appreciate the love and support, family. But this should not have gone this far. I think the United States government has let this young lady down, has let her family down, her spouse, and I feel bad for him. I just feel bad for him. My prayers go out to her family, her loved ones, her teammates, her coaches. I just feel bad for this young lady, and especially for her. She's in a bad situation, but you have to be careful, y'all. Know the laws. When I was in the military, they told us that ignorance of the law is no excuse. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Brittney Griner is not a victim because of her ignorance of Russian law. She's a victim because of this international beef between Russia and the United States. That's what she's a victim of. But ignorance of the law is no excuse. When I was in Saudi Arabia, when I lived in Italy, when I was in when I lived in Panama, other countries I've gone to, they would tell us, know the laws of the host nation, know the laws of the country where you're visiting, because ignorance of the law is no excuse. Even here in the United States, as a U.S. citizen, born and raised, they tell us ignorance of the law is no excuse. And the same thing applies to Miss Griner. I feel bad for this young lady. I feel bad for her family, her teammates, coaches, and for her. My just a bad situation. But like again, ignorance of the law is no excuse. Where is the Me Too movement, the LGBTQ plus community on this? Why aren't they rallying behind her, putting pressure on the State Department? Why? Questions. They need to be answered. They need to be answered. Again, hit the like and subscribe button, smash it down. So hit the notification button so you get noti- uh, notification when I do videos on here. So hit those buttons for me, y'all. Drop your comments below. Like I always said, we don't have to agree, but let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Let's do that, y'all, especially on topics such as this. Let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. But meanwhile, hit that like button, smash it down, and hit the notification bell. I appreciate the love and support, and God bless y'all. Well, um, for right now, I'm out. I'm gonna probably drop another video here in a few. But let me know what you think. Drop your comments and support the channel. All right, y'all. Till next time, I'm out. Y'all take care. God bless. Stay safe. Stay safe out here in these streets. Stay safe. Every day, I'm looking at the news on primarily two cities, Detroit and Philly. Philly is one of my favorite cities. Detroit's my hometown, and I have always I love Detroit. I love Philly. It's one of my, like I said, it's one of my favorite cities. Um, and Chicago from here, from time to time, is one of my favorite cities. The violence, man, in these cities, it's just crazy. It's just insane. People don't even feel safe. sitting on a front porch. This is what it's come to now. So y'all just be safe out there, man. Be safe on these interstates, on these roads. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. And God bless. I love y'all. Take care. And I'm out. Peace.